This is EasyOSX, and today I'm showing you how to connect a PlayStation 4 DualSense controller to your Apple TV. First things first, you need to be running tvOS version 14.5 or later. Anything earlier won't have that support baked in. To check what version you're running, open the Apple TV Settings app, select General, and then select About. In the middle of the page will be a section labeled tvOS, which will tell you what version you're running. You can ignore the parentheses though. For this video, I'm running tvOS 17.0. If you're running something older than 14.5, then go back up to the main level of the Settings app, scroll down and select System, then select Software Updates, then hit Update Software. This will check to make sure you're on the latest version and start downloading and installing the update if you're not already. Once you've confirmed you've got the latest version of tvOS, it's time to connect. Open up the Settings app and select Remotes and Devices, then select Bluetooth, since that's what the PS4 controller uses. There's a nice little section at the top telling you how to connect the controllers if you need them, but you're watching this video, so I'll show you instead. On your controller, locate the PlayStation logo in between the two thumbsticks and the Share button near the top left-hand side of the touchpad. Hold down on both of them at the same time for a few seconds until the light bar begins to flash. The DualSense controller should appear under the Other Devices header on the Apple TV. Select it with your Apple remote, and after a few seconds, the Apple TV should say that it has successfully connected to the controller. The controller may show orange on the light bar initially since it's not connected to a PS4, but that's okay. Now that it's connected, you can use the controller like your Apple remote. The D-pad and both thumbsticks will move around the interface, and the X or cross button will act as the OK confirm button, while the circle button will act as the back button. The square button can also act as the OK button. The triggers and bumpers, L1, L2, R1, and R2, will act as left and right movements for getting around the interface, but will also let you fast forward or rewind in video apps like Netflix and YouTube. The touchpad in the center doesn't really do anything, nor does pressing into the thumbsticks, which is a bummer. The triangle also doesn't seem to do much. Apple has included some nice other functions with this too. Go back to the Remotes and Devices section of the Settings app, back into Bluetooth, and click on the DualSense controller. Here, you can identify the controller, which will cause the controller to vibrate a few times, helpful if you lose the remote. Much like Mac and iOS now do, you'll be able to create and set profiles with particular changes such as enabling and disabling vibration, adjust saving of video clips using the Share button, remapping buttons, and even the color of the light bar. You can't change the default profile, and that is what the Apple TV will use, but you can create multiple new profiles for a particular game or styles of games and set that as the default, as well as different profiles for remote play apps like Steam Link. That said, these remappings only apply to apps that support controllers, so I'm unable to map the touchpad as a trackpad for getting around the interface of the Apple TV. And if you need to, you can scroll to the bottom of a profiles page to reset the customizations or delete it outright. Lastly, you can disconnect the controller temporarily using the disconnect button if you want to take it to another device but want to bring it back later to the Apple TV. Or you can have the TV forget the controller entirely using the Forget This Device button. And there you go. That's how you connect a PS4 controller to your Apple TV. Thank you all so much for watching. If this video helped you out, then give it a like. It'll really help the channel. Likewise, if you want more Mac, iOS, and other Apple tips, tricks, and advice, you can subscribe to the channel. You can also check out the website, EasyOSX.net, as well as our social media pages. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.